Welcome to This Week in Weiss Schwarz, where we talk about Weiss Schwarz's news and cards of the day. We do have a fairly short week, so let's not waste any time. We are starting with not Weiss news. New Japan Pro Wrestling has a release date for Rebirth for You. It will come out on September 17th, 2021. There will be a total of 100 cards in the set with 100 parallel rares. Here's the full list of wrestlers for people who are able to read them, and here are some of the sample cards with no effects. It is stated that there will be deformed characters and normal versions of the wrestlers. What is great is that the art is going to be the actual wrestlers, and it's not going to be like whatever they did with Star Wars. I still get nightmares every now and then. It has been known that Rebirth for You has given up on the chibi aesthetic for the series. Most of the chibi art is exclusively the partner cards, and that is what I'm expecting for the New Japan Pro Wrestling set. If you don't know anything about Rebirth for You, this kind of means nothing to you, but this is a Bushiroad product, so that's why I'm covering it. And Weiss Schwarz and Rebirth for You, they kind of go hand in hand like that. Now we are off to Weiss Schwarz news. Band League 2021 has been announced. This is going to take part in the month of July. You know the rules. You only enter using one single band, and you get a PR pack containing one of the following cards. Here are the cards in the PR pack, and here are the reprints that they are based on. And here are the high rarity cards in the PR pack. They are all foiled with gold lettering. Now, I did make a video talking about all of the band links, but that is going to be for a different time. For now, I am glad that Mashiro is a reprint of the box topper Mitakeran from the first Girls Band Party set, because Morphonica can really use all the cards right now. Poppin Party and Roselia, the extra booster set, is currently out, so let's look at those signed cards. Now, I did cover a good majority of the cards in this video over here, so if you want to go check it out, by all means, go ahead. But some of the more standout cards that I do like is the 3-2 Sayo that heals an on-attack climax combo. You mill 20 from your opponent's deck. That's right, 20. Just 20. Just mill it. I like this effect, and I really do want to build a deck centered around this. Now, I do want to wait for this to come out in English, because eventually it has to come out in English. And thankfully, it's only a rare. Yeah, this is going to be budget. It's going to be a good budget build. The other standout card that I really do like is Straight Through Our Dreams Kasumi. Her effect is Act. Put a Poppin Party character from your hand to your clock. Draw 2. Geez, literally just a pot of greed. I don't really think people will be running this in their Poppin Party decks, but anything is possible. Run 1 so your opponent can annoy you with that "what does this thing do" joke. You know the one. We've all said it. I've said it. I've literally said it on stream talking about this card, so I'm guilty. If being cringe is a crime, lock me up. Okay, fine. I'll explain like the card theory behind this, or like why this card is like not that bad. This card effectively gives you another clock phase. So when this is in your hand, you could play it and activate its effect. You're going to be breaking even because of the draw. Again, that's just like first turn. Like when you play from your hand, you're going to be breaking even. Everything after that is going to be a +1. But the thing to remember in this game is that we try to cycle through our decks fairly quickly, so there's no real penalty to this effect. This can also be a way to accelerate. See what I did there? This is yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. You can accelerate through your deck, and at times clocking yourself when you're stuck on a level, really helpful. So with your draw phase, your clock phase, and this card's effect, you're drawing 5 cards. You're drawing hard draws. In a roundabout way, like I mentioned earlier, it's a second clock phase. Oh, this Kasumi is also pretty good too. It is on play, you give an opponent's character the following effect. This card cannot bounce back to hand or be sent to the memory. And on attack, if you have 5 or less stock, this gains 3k power. And because it is your turn, your effects hold precedence against your opponents, so there's no memory shooting or bouncing back for them. We're now going to English news. In last week's video, I briefly, like extremely briefly, talked about Quintessential Quintuplets. I'm going to make a whole video dedicated to Quints because there is some misinformation and the lack of information that has been floating around from other YouTubers, and that I feel needs to be touched upon. I'm not calling anybody out. I love like the YouTube community, but I feel that the English only players kind of missed a couple things. So expect that video on Tuesday. But super quick, October 29th, we get the booster packs and the Quintessential set. So the Quintessential set is all of the trial decks combined. You get a playset of every card, plus the first edition PR cards. You get a bunch of foil cards, and you're guaranteed a signed card. Again, Quint's video on Tuesday. I have made a lot of Quintessential Quintuplet videos when it was coming out in JP, and I guess I'm not gonna stop. And now we're off to the cards. We were given the first release card for the Fruit of Grisaia 2. So before we get into that, we need to give off some set information. This set is going to be released on August 20th. The set is going to contain 130 cards and 63 parallel rare cards. There's going to be a special box topper PR pack included in each booster box. The pack is going to contain one of 6 reprints that are the double rares in the main booster set. The cards are going to have new art as well as an overframe rare version. Now, one thing that I am kind of disappointed about with the PR pack is that the double rares that are in the main booster set also have overframe rare cards. I would have preferred if the double rares in the PR pack and the ones that received the overframe rares were not the same as the double rares in the main booster set that got the overframe rare in that. That's a little confusing, but pretty much there are 4 different versions of the same card in this set. We got the main booster with the double rare and their overframe rare, and the PR pack is the exact same double rare, like the same effect in the PR pack with its own overframe rare. Again, 4 different versions of the same card in the set. But here's the thing, a good majority of those cards that are reprinted and the overframe rares are actually the finishers, so I can't expect like those being a lot cheaper, like the base rarity cards, like the double rares, possibly being a little cheaper, because a lot of people, I know the Weiss community, are gonna want the PR editions of the cards and maybe even some of the overframe rares in the base set, because this is like a small spoiler alert, the cards look absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, maybe the base rarities will be a whole lot cheaper because there are 4 different versions of the double rares, and the PR packs are pretty much the swimwear edition of the double rares, and the overframe rares look gorgeous. So let's get on with the cards. We're going to start off with the blue cards. Girl Going Towards Paradise. Kazuki states that on play from hand, if you have 2 or more characters on the field, you can choose a Grisaia character from your clock and marker it. And this card gains 1k power if there is a marker underneath it. And climax combo. Once per turn, after this card's attacks, if you have Reunion and in play, you can pay 2, ditch 2, restand one of your other characters. We currently do not have the climax. The marker effect kind of sucks. Like 1k power is nothing. But what is kind of cool is that this card is not dependent on a reverse for it to restand. Well, to restand something else. It can't restand itself. But that is also its main drawback. You're not restanding this card. You're restanding another character. Like, this card honestly could be better, especially the marker effect. But as of now, it's okay. There could be some support cards later in the set that are revealed. But because, like, I mean, there's 130 cards in the set. There's bound to be some sort of support card, right? Here is Girl Going Towards Paradise Makima. She is a global 500, and when this card is reversed in battle, pay 1, top deck clock, send this to your memory, top check 4, add a character, and you ditch the rest. Pretty much, it's a Wildberry effect from Adventure Time. It's very good. I would like to it be a bomb, but because it's a bit kind of a bit weird that it gives out power, but hey, I'll accept it. Girl Going Towards Paradise Yumiko is a 4-character early drop, gains 1k power during your turn, and on play from hand, you could ditch 2 cards, top check 4, add a character, ditch the rest. Then you can stock heal, and this gains 1k power for the turn. This may be one of the best early drops I've seen in a while. You are ditching 2 cards, but she gets 2 different effects that at times are relegated to separate cards, and they're just shoved into this one Yumiko. It's super easy to get out, just 4 characters on the field. You stock heal, that's when you heal, but you get the card from your clock that we would have healed, you send it to your stock, and then you dig deeper into your deck. Like, this is really solid. I could see this being a chase card, definitely. Over in the reds, we have Girl Going Towards Paradise Michiru. She gains 1k power if all of your characters are Grisaia characters, and she is on play from hand. You can ditch a card, and you can clock salvage and climax combo. At the end of your turn, if you have Amulet, getting a head start in play, and this card in your front row, you could ditch a card. If you do, this card gains the following ability until the end of your opponent's turn. This card gains 3k power, and the character in front of this loses 2 soul. We currently do not have the climax. I do like how it's still a heal, but like in a roundabout way. Like, not only do you heal, you also plus. Same with the other card too. Well, you know, not so much the other card, but this is a little better. Either way, yeah, I really do like this. I like this. I hope this is on a standby because it is on the end of the turn. Like, you don't need to like do any interaction, just like have the climax in play and this in the front row. So you could stand by this card and just sit on your wall. Now, I do think this is going to be on a standby because the last level 3 combo from the first Grisaia set was on a standby. Girl Going Towards Paradise on mana is on play from hand, top check 3, add a card. In climax combo, on attack, if you have Reunion in Tears in play, you can pay 1. This card gains Twin Drive, and the following effect. Once per turn, when you trigger a card with a soul icon, burn 3. We currently do not have the climax. So we are assuming this is on a 1 key 1, but this is almost like a second attack. You're going to be swinging for 3, and then if you trigger a soul icon, you're going to burn 3. Not bad, but that is a lot of damage being thrown around. But it is an interesting effect, and I do like that. The last card is Girl Going Towards Paradise, Sachi. On play from hand, if you have another Grisaia character, you could ditch a card and add an event from your hand, and once per turn, when you play an event, this card gains the following ability: level 3 or lower bomb. It is important to note that she has 3 soul base. So why is this card good? It's because you could snag events straight from your deck, and you could actually run this one, or this one, or Magudo Man, which are cards that Grisaia players play anyways. Oh, well, not so much Magudo Man. So you play an event, yeah, you do the effect and everything. She turns into a bomb, and then if you use this event on her, you get a free encore. So you attack, this card gets reversed, you bomb whatever, like it attacked, event activates, just, she's back there. She's no downside. This is super good, and hey, you know what? Sometimes vanilla swings win games. So we did the math in the Weiss Schwarz Hangout live stream, which you all should join. We have a blast watching wrestling videos. But the bread is 1 soul, this bread is the 2nd soul, and the cabbage is the 3rd soul. Yeah, she's a killer. She's a killer. Side note, the Steam summer sale is happening, and Grisaia is on special if you want to read a visual novel. It is pretty good, but the Steam version does not have, doesn't have those scenes on it, so remember that. And with that, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content. I'm going to have the Quint video breaking down everything up on Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that. Bang Dream Summer is going to be on the 1st day of July, and hey, I'm excited for that. But until then, take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.